What's happening YouTube? I'm going to be doing a Sunkern sweep in this video. A lot of people actually wanted it in the last one, so I'm going to be doing it in this video. So just a little bit of background before I start. Sunkern does have the lowest stats out of any Pokemon that has ever actually been created, so yeah, I hope you enjoy. Alright, I'm going to be starting off with my Ninetales, and he's going to be starting off with his Kingdra. Ninetales has the drought ability, and that's exactly the same as Groudon, so it grants sunlight on the field. Alright, so I go for the Confuse Ray, and it doesn't actually get the confusion, which doesn't really matter because I'm quite bulky in special defense. Alright, so I've got the leftovers. I go for the disable, just to disable his last move, I guess. So Dragon Pulse was disabled. That's nice. So I switch him out because I was expecting a water move then for some reason, but I don't know why he didn't use it. So he goes for the Hydro Pump that turn, but my Mew's going to take that quite easily. What is my Mew doing? Look at that Mew. What is it doing with its tail? Just look at it for 2 seconds. Holy crap. Alright, so I'm going to go for the Iron Defense here. That's going to up my defense 2 stages, and he's going to keep Ice Beaming me for a freeze hacks, I'm guessing, something along those lines. I've got the leftovers, and his Dragon Pulse is no longer disabled, which doesn't really matter. I was actually hoping to get a better move, so I avoid that Hydro Pump like a ninja and get my leftovers back. So I go for the Amnesia. I'm going to try and bulk out my special defense again, as well as my defense. So Hydro Pump does absolutely nothing to me. I'm quite surprised he hasn't switched out yet, so I raise my defense another 2 stages. He continues to go for the Hydro Pump. I'm not really certain why. If it was me, I'd probably switch out, or I'd go for the freeze hacks, but it's probably much better to switch out or something along those lines. So I'm getting a lot of leftovers recovery. That recovery, I bat and pass out, and I go into my Smeargle. So before I even think about slapping him with my green tail, I go for a Spore to put him to sleep. This will grant me some time to set up on him once again. So I use Ingrain. Ingrain actually allows, well, it gives you health back each turn, as well as Aquaring that I just used there. So it's going to be a double... my god, I just said something. I was about to say something really wrong there. I don't even know why it was on my mind. I was about to get a double recovery back then, and I go into my Venomoth, which I don't know why it's called that for, but anyway, that's cool. So I set up some Toxic Spites for the lols, and holy shit, look at that Venomoth, it's like flying really fast. So he finally withdraws his Kingdra, knowing it can't do absolutely nothing, and he goes into his Porygon Z. I don't think Porygon Z can really do a lot to me. I'm just going to stall it out a little bit while raising my stats. So he goes for the Tri Attack, maybe hoping to get, a Paralyze on me or something. So I go for the Quiver Dance, that ups my special attack, and obviously my special defense won't rise anymore because I've actually already maxed it out. So the idea here was just to max out my special attack and my speed. Pardon me. So he gets hurt by the poison. I go for a Quiver Dance yet again. This raises my speed and special attack yet again. So he's going to continue to go for the Tri Attack to try and, well, hacks me in some kind of way. It's not really doing a lot. I'm not sure what his other Pokemon can actually do to me. So I'm just going to keep setting up here because there's Sunkern does actually needs max speed and max special attack. Like you cannot even think about sweeping him without that. Alright, so he goes for the Thunderbolt, obviously really trying to paralyze me at this stage. I'm actually very surprised that I haven't been paralyzed. So I'm keeping my Venomoth in still, and the recovery is awesome, like Ingrain and Aquaring plus leftovers. So that's 3 forms of recovery. So yeah, that's like awesome epicness in a barrel. So Tri Attack is still not doing anything. I mean, I really don't know what the Porygon Z's other moves are, and I'm not sure. He's kind of screwed now because I've got so many pluses up in defense and special defense, so he's really not doing anything to me. So Tri Attack yet again. I'm quite surprised I haven't got hacked again, because I am really quite unlucky with hacks. So I bet his Porygon Z is actually quite dying slowly to poison damage there. So he's hurt by the poison again. I go for another quiver dance. Yes, and my special attack raises again, and my speed. I probably could have done the speed with ninjas, but yeah, doesn't really matter. I can do it with Venom off anyway. So I get my leftovers recovery again, and my ingrain and my aqua ring. I reckon Porygon Z looks kind of weird blue. I don't know about you, but anyway. So I go into my penis. Oh, whoops! I go into my Ninjask, and the whole idea here was just to pass off a substitute here. So I get my restore on my health from both of those things, and I actually get burn, which isn't very good. So that's alright. I substitute, and he goes for the hyper beam. I'm like, wow, dude, you picked a really bad time to use hyper beam. Like, anyway, so that breaks my sub, obviously, because I'm like a little fly, and that's gonna like kill me. But he's got to recharge this turn, so that's actually going to allow me to set up another substitute on this turn. So as I'd said, I'd set up a substitute again. He must recharge this turn because, yeah, it doesn't have any like items like Power Herb or anything. So that was very dumb on his part to use that kind of move. So he's nearly actually dead to the poison damage, which is quite funny. So I bat and pass off, and I go into my Sunkern.